Hey, my friends and fans of the Leaf. Today we are looking at a commemorative cigar. This is the Romeo Y Julieta Kentucky Derby 152. So this is obviously commemorating the 152nd Kentucky Derby that ran just a little over a week ago. And this is a 6 by 52, so it's 6 inches long, and the ring gauge is 52. So this is considered a Toro. Also, this is a Nicaraguan Puro. So the wrapper, the binder, the filler is all from Nicaragua. Now, we don't know the specific regions of Nicaragua that everything comes from, but based on my research, best guess is that the binder is a mix of Esteli and Candeja. The filler is a mix of Candeja, Esteli, and Jalapa, and then the wrapper is likely primarily Jalapa. So, flavor profile. This is going to be a very smooth, probably semi-sweet, subtle cigar. So we're going to look for things like vanilla, white chocolate, very subtle, smooth, creamy notes. Now, I do not expect this to be a flavor bomb. And to be honest, it's likely not designed to be a flavor bomb. A lot of these commemorative cigars tend to try to attract and draw a very broad range of palates, and especially those that people that may not smoke very often, but they like to have a cigar on a special occasion, like in celebration of the Kentucky Derby. So again, it's probably going to be a little bit more subtle than some of the other cigars that I like, but I expect it'll still be a well-constructed cigar and a very good smoke. So I'm about to find out. I'm going to take it to the lounge. So andiamo a fumare. Let's go smoke. Okay, here I am at B&G's Cigar Lounge in West Carrollton, Ohio. Great cigar lounge with a fantastic humidor, so did a lot of stocking up while I was there. I am using a V-cut for this cigar, just mainly because I haven't used a V-cut in a while and do like a good V-cut. Also, as you'll see right now, as I'm speeding this up, I struggled a little bit with the bottom band. I was hoping that this would just slide off and I could preserve that nice flower that I just obliterated. But the band was a little bit more stubborn than I expected, but did finally get it off there. Also, I did use my trusty Cigar triple jet tactical torch. Really have been enjoying this lighter. I will say I had a little bit of an issue after I got the toast done and was going for the initial combustion, but I just kind of played with the dial and was able to dial it in, and it worked just fine. So there's a good chance I probably have to bleed this one before I refill it. So this cigar was really just about exactly what I expected. Well constructed, very subtle, sweet notes, things like vanilla, very creamy, smooth, not a ton of flavor. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, not something that I was expecting a lot of flavor on this one. A cigar that definitely was meant to appeal to a lot of palates, so many people can enjoy it as they were enjoying the 152nd Kentucky Derby. But otherwise, still a very enjoyable cigar. All right, coming up on the middle third, the construction is holding up really well on the cigar, and also flavors are very consistent. And that's one thing that I was impressed about this cigar. Sometimes with these lighter cigars, they can turn really bitter as you get into the middle and towards the end. And this one really didn't. So just a testimony to a cigar company like Romeo Y Julieta, who makes just really good cigars. I almost equate this to like a really good crisp lager. You know, lagers don't have a ton of flavor, but you can enjoy just the crispness and the refreshingness, and even if it's kind of pretty simple. And that's the way with this cigar too. It's simple, but it's clean and smooth, and it's a good cigar. All right, coming up on the last few puffs on this one. So overall, really enjoyed this smoke. Actually, I enjoyed it even more than I thought, even though the flavors were a little bit more subtle. It was still well constructed, smooth, clean. Did not get bitter on me really at all. So if you're looking for something a little on the lighter side, and also something that commemorates a great event like the Kentucky Derby. Highly recommend you check this one out. Really did enjoy it. Not the easiest cigar to find because it came out with a limited release. But if you see it in a store, you want something a little lighter, go for it.